Another day of a ton of reveals, and this video entirely is going to fall onto Hasbro because they had two major panels today. And I know we've already seen a bunch of reveals from Hasbro because of their press breakfast where they revealed that Avengers Endgame style wave, and then we've seen new Power Rangers, and we've seen a few Overwatch things here and there. But we didn't really get a lot of Marvel Legends, and we didn't really get a lot of Star Wars because the actual panels were taking place on the same day, and they have taken place as of today. We've got some good, and we've got some real good, and then we've got some bad. So we're going to talk about Star Wars first because we're going to knock it right out of the way here because there's nothing to show, and this is probably the first time I'd say I can remember where this has happened, where Hasbro has shown nothing when it comes to Star Wars. Now let's not take that literally. They did show something. They showed new Galaxy of Adventures figures. They showed a Boba Fett helmet, and they showed us the hyper-real Luke Skywalker, which is okay, I suppose, but I don't know that anybody in that panel was really looking for that. And then they did show us the sort of CG render prototype stage for Dagobah Luke. So we didn't get anything new. We didn't get anything new for 5POA. We didn't get anything new for TBC, and we didn't get anything new for Black Series, presumably because all of the reveals are being kept tightly under wraps due to the Lucas Disney thing, and they aren't letting Hasbro show anything because the next step is all movie figures. So we're talking Episode 9, and then of course Mandalorian. So I'm not so sure if that's really what the situation is, but it sure seems that way. So Star Wars is a big disappointment, but Marvel Legends swooped in and absolutely blew everything away. They just threw everything on the table, and I'd say a lot of people got stuff that they were really, really looking forward to. My number one most wanted Marvel Legend as of late was revealed today. So I'm just going to go through on my phone, go through the press list of what actually was revealed, and then we'll just talk about them. So there's a bunch of single pack figures that don't have any wave affiliation yet, so maybe future exclusive. We've got exclusives, we've got multi-packs, we've got new waves that have been revealed, new Build-A-Figures, the whole 9 yards. So we've got a She-Hulk figure, which is a more modern interpretation of She-Hulk. She looks to have new articulation, and she is supposed to be about 7 inches tall. So we've got this recent Hulk releases underway, so it sounds fantastic to get a She-Hulk to go along with him. We have got, this was the final reveal, but this is definitely one of the big ones. Doctor Doom was finally revealed as coming back out, and he looks absolutely stunning. This figure looks tremendous, and that one comes out, both of these figures come out spring 2020. They revealed another Walgreens exclusive, so this we've got Danny Moonstar from the New Mutants. So we've got her, but she's an interesting release because she is 3 figures in one. So you can make her into who I believe is Karma. That's what she looks like anyway. And then you've got a Wolfsbane head in there as well. So if you want to get all 3 figures, you're going to have to buy this one 3 times. I'm not too big on that because then you end up with a million accessories. But I'm very happy to get some New Mutants. So kind of a give and take there. We got a new Punisher figure that has like a painted face. He's got entirely new body composition, so different body pieces we haven't used on the previous figure. He's got some fatigues, sniper rifle, looks pretty cool. That guy comes out in fall of this year, and you can already pre-order that one. We've got a repaint of Deathlock coming, and I was a huge fan of that first Deathlock figure. I think it was like my top 5 Marvel Legends of last year, so I'm very excited to get an Uncanny X-Force version of Deathlock. That should be really, really good. He comes with mostly the same stuff as far as the other one, so he's just kind of a palette swap. He's that black gray, and he's up for pre-order now as well. We're getting a reissue and kind of a fix on the MCU Giant Man BAF. Now, I don't have the original one, so I'm not really sure what the thing is. There was some sort of flap or something on the original one that they didn't know wasn't supposed to be there, and it's been fixed, and he's got a slightly different paint alterations. I think he has a little bit more silver on him. We've got a couple big multi-packs that were revealed, and these were actually kind of leaked ahead of time, so people kind of knew this was coming. But we've got a pack of classic X Factor, Havoc, and Polaris. These are some of the best reveals for me because I love this era of mutants. And when I think of these two characters, I think of them looking just like this. We got the very obviously spoiled 3-pack reveal. We knew this was coming for a while now, but we've got kind of the love triangle pack. So we finally know where our Jean Grey is coming from, and she looks amazing. Alt head with the ponytail. That really does it for me, very cartoon kind of look. We've got a Cyclops with the bomber jacket on, and he comes with 2 extra heads. And then we've got a 3rd Wolverine figure here, which makes, what, our 10th Wolverine since they got crazy on this again. And he's got kind of a blasted up mask, and he's got bone claws this time around. So there is one more way for them to squeeze out a Wolverine figure, I suppose, but let's be real, the main draw here is Jean Grey and then Cyclops. We've got a few more Spider-Man figures coming, so this looks like to be a specific wave coming in 2020 in spring. We've got a few what look like, I think, video game inspired maybe in some way. Someone let me know, I'm not too sure. We've got a Velocity Suit Spider-Man figure and a Spider Armor Mark III figure. Both look pretty crazy. They look pretty cool though. We are getting a Shang-Chi figure, which makes a lot of sense because there is that supposed live action movie coming. So kind of getting a tie in there. He looks to have new body parts, new arms. I think they called it the Bruce body at the panel, whatever that means. And then we've got a new classic Vulture figure to kind of round out the Sinister Six and replace that Walmart exclusive one. This is the very old, very, very classic bright green Vulture figure. He's even got kind of spots all over his face for, you know, like age, liver spots. So that looks really cool. Makes me wish I had all of the Sinister Six figures. We've got more X-Men stuff coming, despite the fact that they are absolutely pounding us with that stuff anyway. We've got what looks like an Age of Apocalypse wave coming, and it's got the Nate Gray, so it's got X-Man coming, so that's a very specific figure, go along well with your Cable. We've got a Weapon X from the Age of Apocalypse, so this is like the feral Wolverine almost, where he's lost the arm and he's got like the stump for a hand, and he's got the crazy hair coming out, so again, a very specific one. But the number one figure that I was really looking forward to got announced, and it got announced for this wave. We're finally getting a Morph, and he's not exactly the Morph I really wanted. Now that I think about it, this is the Morph that I kind of always think of, but what I was hoping for was a cartoon style, so we would get kind of a generic X-Men body, but they have given us the Age of Apocalypse, kind of like the Exiles version of Morph, and I am really, really ecstatic. The head on this thing looks fantastic, so there's a lot of cool stuff there. We've got more Riders coming, so we've got a Cosmic Ghost Rider. Not familiar with this guy at all. I have no idea where he came from. I know he's really recent. He's got a really wild design, and he's got a funky looking motorcycle, so there he is. And then we finally have our Squirrel Girl, and she comes with like a Vespa, comes with some squirrel guys, the whole 9 yards. Really looks to be a complete package there. And then one of the stars of the show was a Build-It figure that was revealed, and they finally did it. They finally have done Strong Guy. So he is coming. He looks beefy and chunky, and I have no idea how the articulation is going to work on this guy, but he looks fantastic. Very, very much looking forward to like 95% of this stuff. This is really all up my alley for the most part, so I'm really, really excited. So that was the day, really. Star Wars started and then summarily ended, but Hasbro's Marvel team came in and kind of saved the day and just revealed so much stuff that people were looking forward to. So I'm pretty happy with what we saw today. Let me know what you guys think as far as today's reveals. Let me know what you think about the Star Wars kind of fiasco, and then of course all the cool stuff we got at Marvel. And let me know which one's your favorite, what you were looking forward to, or what kind of didn't get announced. I'll catch you next time.